It was very beautiful illegally trip to Chernobyl exclusion zone. It was last year. It was very beautiful autumn. And unfortunately, in the winter, we had start of creepy war. But now we going to Pripyat, to abandoned city. And now you will see how look stalker trip to Chernobyl exclusion zone. Now we're going to Pripyat, to some abandoned villages, and we will try find something interesting. Hello friends, my name is Vicky and I'm found something interesting in abandoned farm. It's a little bit maybe creepy. It was animal, and now we will try to measure level of radiation. And please now follow me. This building is abandoned and it's very dangerous walk here, but now I will try show you this thing. We have short rest. It was village Rozhezhye before accident. Today of course nobody live here. And on the deep of this building I found some animals, but level of radiation is absolutely normal in this place. You can see on the deep. Maybe it was horse. Friends, my name is Vicky. I many years discovered Chernobyl zone. Friends, welcome to real prison of city Pripyat. Destroy. Please subscribe to my Patreon and my channel, and you will see very interesting videos and photos from the zone. Maybe some moose. And I think many buildings in the zone, it's like a big problem for animals. But level of radiation is normal. It's like Kiev, look like in Kiev. And it's abandoned farm around us. And it's my walking bed. I have some food. Usually I have back about 15 kilograms, and it's special things for sleeping, and my cats work with this thing. And close to abandoned farm I found bicycle. It's maybe from abandoned village. Level of radiation is normal. It's not radioactive. But now we try to measure ground. Ground is not contaminated. From this place about 30 kilometers to Chernobyl nuclear plant. And you can see how beautiful around this place. Today we have about 35 kilometers to Pripyat, and now we in the village Stechanka. And now we will try discover one of the house. Before accident in this village lived few hundred people. Today this village is absolutely empty, and now we will try found entrance to this abandoned house. I won't try to measure level of radiation, but you can see how look around. Friends, I found apples in abandoned garden close to this house. And please don't worry about me, these apples are normal, not contaminated, because we are about 25 kilometers, you can see level of radiation from Chernobyl plant, and we can do it, but of course I don't recommend it to you. And now we're waiting for beautiful night in Chernobyl zone, and we can go into abandoned city Pripyat. It's abandoned building in the station Yaniv, close to Pripyat, about 1 kilometer, and we will be in abandoned city. Usually stalkers made night way, because stalkers, it's illegally tourists. We don't have special documents, and we need to be very, very quiet, because if policemen catch us, it will be not so very seriously, but it will be some money for state, about $20. But you can see in the zone is beautiful sky. So friends, welcome to Pripyat city. It was very beautiful autumn before the war. And you can see how look abandoned streets in Pripyat. I love this so much, and for me it's necessary some level of radiation, because I discovered zone about 6 years with Stas, and I don't have any problems with my health. All good. But of course, if you know some rules about radiation, you will stay survive. Now we in Pripyat street, Лесі Українки, and Pripyat, it's big forest, a city inside.
Не здесь, да?
It was yard of school number 2, and in 1
Боже, тут какой-то Армагеддон
minutes we
происходит. Что ж там
heard
такое?
some voices on
Что
the
там?
sky. It was
Где?
little creepy. It was playing on the sky.
100%. Ну, по Припяти трэш какой-то происходит. Где я его не вижу вообще. Да, вот летит над нами.
It was fire station. From this fire station, about 10 firefighters went to Chernobyl nuclear plant in time of accident. And during our trip, usually we discover some places where no many stalkers, tourists, and now we're in the forest close to Pripyat. And sometimes in this place we can find interesting objects. But you can see level of radiation is not good in this place. In 20 times more normal. And it's for me little bit creepy. And that's why we need to be more quickly. And now we're going discover another place, because usually during our trip we like discovers many places. That's why we need stay in Chernobyl zone about 5 days. It's about 1 day to Pripyat, 35 kilometers, about 2 or 3 days in Pripyat or in some abandoned villages, and way to home, about 35 kilometers again. It's what's like
Немножко
stalker trips, and it was one of the part of Yaniv station. It's very same with
Да, конечно,
stalker
знаю.
game.
Она.
Of course, you know that stalker game was
Тут
made
еще под низом.
with help of objects and map of Chernobyl exclusion zone. And it's abandoned train in Yaniv station. All these objects are located deep in the forest, and usually officially tourists don't visit this place because it's very hard. Way is very hard to these objects. But of course, if you have about 5 days in the zone, you can discover better many objects in the zone. And after this place, we go into next place. We have all day for discovering. But sometimes I want to stop and relax in my favorite place. Close to this abandoned train, we found one of the most interesting objects in Yaniv station. It's big building like a bunker in Volkhov. I think it was building for fixing train before accident. In this autumn, I have been in this place in first time. How look fans of Pripyat. It was built in first years after accident. And of course, sign of radiation. In this ground was buried many radioactive cars. Today in this place is forest because many years, 35 years ago happened explosion at Chernobyl nuclear plant. And now we're going to one of the center buildings in Pripyat, and usually it's very hard because we are stalkers, you remember, and on the road many tourist buses and policeman's car, and if you if you will be not very quickly, policemen catch us. It's street Lazareva Street. And of course, usually in my trip, I like discover apartments in Pripyat, because in Pripyat so many abandoned houses and apartments, and everywhere we can find something interesting. Of course, we don't take it for ourselves. It's simple discovering for photo or for video. Why? Because Pripyat and Chernobyl zone, it's museum of past, real museum. You can find many interesting things from Soviet Union. It's very interesting for us. And in one place, I found very preserved kitchen. If you remember, I like make some reparation in Pripyat apartments. So, and I had plan to make some reparation in this kitchen. But unfortunately happened war, and today in Pripyat many miners and in the zone, and I don't know when I will make something interesting in this kitchen, but I have all things for this. Very, very good walls
Такая.
in this kitchen. We can clean it, fixed all things around us, and it will be very, very perfect. I don't know why I do it, but I like it. Usually at my home, I like do something in my native apartments, and that's why I don't like this trash in Pripyat houses and apartments. I know that we have some dangerous level of radiation. Of course, in first we have check these apartments if level of radiation is normal. We need use some mask, some special clothes for this, but we can make something interesting. It will be like a museum of this place, because Pripyat, it's not simple abandoned houses, urbex, trash. It was beautiful city before the accident, and that's why we make something interesting in apartments for remembers about life in this place.
Да, есть разница. Да, можно.
This place has name post office. It was post office of Pripyat before the accident. Maybe many people, many tourists, or maybe stalkers visited this place because it's located in the center of Pripyat, and it's one of the famous objects for visiting. And maybe you will recognize this place. It was telephone boxes before the accident. So, and in Pripyat sometimes happen very, very happy moments. It's Muha dog from checkpoint of Pripyat, and usually we have some food for this beautiful dog. This dog live in checkpoint and don't worry about this Muha, but unfortunately I don't know still alive this dog after war or not.
Муха. Классная собачка. Ее, кстати, сталкеры бывает, что отводят почти до выхода из зоны. И она сама возвращается обратно в Припять домой. Представляете, друзья?
And now we're going to home, but we will have few interesting objects in our way.
Косулечки.
It's way of stalkers, and on the horizon you can see Chernobyl
Рассвет.
nuclear plant
Блин,
and beautiful nature around us. It's part of red forest, part of Duga radar, and object circle in the forest of Chernobyl zone. Usually stalkers use forest for their illegal trips. And now we in abandoned military town, Chernobyl 2. Before the accident, in this town lived about 1,000 people. It was soldiers and their families. And these people work in Duga. Duga radar is big military object. And now we're going to abandoned apartments of these people. And in one room I found sleeping bag. In first time it was for me very strange because the sleeping bag is very old and many mouses around the sleeping bag. Oh, pfft. Maybe this sleeping bag of stalkers. I hope the stalkers still alive. Apartments in military town are very small. Usually it's only one room. And after apartments we go in more closer to Duga radar. It's very high object, about 150 meters, and it's one of the beautiful objects in Chernobyl zone. I know that all tourists and all stalkers have been in this place. In this day in the zone was so many tourists, and we forced this forest close to Duga because it was impossible walking very close to object. And after Duga radar we go into next object. It's 2 kilometers from Duga. Its object has name circle, kruh. It's connect object with Duga, and before accident it was like a small commander center. This object is in stalker game Call of Pripyat. And it's parts of system crook, but something people destroy it and prepare maybe for iron. I don't know what is it, who did it. And very famous car. It's car was in this place before accident. It's fire car, very, very old Soviet car. It's one of the most empty place in the zone. Not often tourists and stalkers visit in this place, but if you need some rest, you can stay somewhere in this building, but inside building is not very good. You can see walls. I think it's can be dangerous sleep inside. And usually I don't sleep in krug because I think for me it's not so comfortable. In this place was fire. Maybe some people do it, maybe another, I don't know, because Chernobyl zone is totally secret place and around you can happen all. It's like some game in a wild place, post-apocalypse place, and you don't control situation sometimes in the zone. In these rooms were computers, old Soviet computers, for some maybe system working of Duga radar. Interesting wall. And now we have about 25 kilometers to home from the zone. And you can see this big field, and from this field we can see Duga radar, Chernobyl Duga radar. It's something trees, maybe forest plants make new forest. And when stalkers went to home, usually we take our trash. Good stalkers don't like trash in the zone, and that's why we take it all with us. It was beautiful morning, and I'm very happy when I'm in Chernobyl zone. You can see how look sunset and sunrises in Chernobyl zone. It's one of the beautiful moments of my life.
Далеко от выхода с Чернобыльской зоны.
Friends, if you like my video, take your like, subscribe to my channel, please. You can subscribe to my Patreon, and you can write some comments. Do you like it? What do you like it from Chernobyl zone? I have many videos from the zone, and I think in future we will come back to our favorite place. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.